that have previously been filled by Jim Jones, and there has been suggestion that this was Jones's final act to send his emissary into City Hall to exact his revenge, tear down an empire that he helped to build, and then watch the ripples of time repeat themselves in another white night as the citizens of Castro rioted against the unjust prosecution of bent jury. Just tell people that we ate too many Twinkies, that's why this is happening. If you're looking for other clues perhaps, there was the addition to Harvey Milk's last will and testament that requested that his ashes be mixed with bubble bath and grape Kool-Aid before they were scattered into the water of the San Francisco Bay. You could see this as a final coded warning, an interconnection between his death and Jonestown, but maybe it's just the final Kool-Aid reality. A grey-purple human Kool-Aid, sweetened with the ocean's soul, diluting and diluting into the deep. Yes, you may. Gosh.
But like also, if anyone has questions, I'm sort of, I'm really. Oh, you just, I framed it up really nicely.
Okay. You're good.
Is it okay? Thank you very much, first of all. If you could summarize your Kool-Aid conspiracy, how would you lay it out?
Well, there are like a few instances that I've noticed in my journey through American literature, where I think basically there's trout fishing in America, there's the Kool-Aid wino in trout fishing in America, and then there's electric Kool-Aid acid test, and then there's the Jonestown massacre, which was actually Flavor Aid, not Kool-Aid, but it was in the press, it was Kool-Aid, but like the first time I read Trout Fishing in America, I thought it was a reference to Jonestown, but I didn't realise that Jonestown happened a long time afterwards. And it's just really interesting that all these things like started in the same place. Like San Francisco is a really small city, it's only 7 miles square. And so there was something about Kool-Aid and the counterculture that was like happening, and then I tried to like really put my finger on it, but it just turned into like my imagination kept wanting to like have a little say.
Right, cool. Did anyone have any burning questions for Fuchsia, or should I just rattle on for a couple of minutes? Because I want to ask a question. Could you tell people a little bit about yourself, sort of, because I met Fuchsia online, and when I was tweeting about Vortigern and trying to find other Vortigern fans out there, and because I don't know any other people who studied American, you know, we all have our very separate worlds, is the point I'm making. And so what's interesting is I haven't spoken to all of you in depth, and all of you in this room in depth, but I don't know anything about your world before I met you, and I know that much more, but I don't know if you could tell me.
Well, I studied American literature at the University of East Anglia, which I loved, and I spent a year studying at San Francisco State University, and I currently am a writer slash, I'm a slashy, a writer slash artist slash publican, bartender rather than barmaid. But yeah, I've always loved Boston, and I kind of I had a great tutor at university who encouraged me to read Trout Fishing in America, and then I knew someone in America who was kind of doing what we're doing now. She was reading her way through all of Vortigern's books, and at the time I was like, oh, that's cool, I've read one of his books, and then didn't think about it until you got in touch with me. And yeah, I think that there's something about Vortigern's writing that is really like permissive. It invites response, and I think that's nice.
Yeah, and the Kool-Aid drawings, which I'll make everyone sort of, well, I won't make you, but they're on the wall at the back, so you can look at it later. How did you, what inspired you to
Oh, I just thought I thought it might work.
Have you come across, because it's in your piece as well, sort of dyeing things with Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Is it sort of a common thing?
I think it's like it's like an American folk tradition of like a weird modern American folk tradition that Kool-Aid is really cheap and it's actually quite a powerful dye. So you can dye your hair with Kool-Aid. Like loads of my American friends have stories about like dyeing their hair with Kool-Aid when they were younger and then not being able to get it out. And like tie-dyeing with Kool-Aid is like a classic one. And then I just reckon that you could probably use it as ink, which you can.
So you hadn't seen it done with paintings before,
No.
but you've seen it with hair.
I just heard about it.
Cool.
And I thought it was possible.
Okay. Any other questions from the floor?
Is there a continuation of Kool-Aid culture in America today? Is there?
Yeah, I think it's interesting because Kool-Aid isn't such a big deal in North American culture anymore as much as it has been pushed down. Like it's made and its biggest market is Mexico at the moment, but also there is the like purple drank phenomena, which is mixing like purple drank. It's a sort of urban American. I don't even know if you can call it a tradition. Can you call it a tradition? It's basically purple soft
Rap
drink.
has a tradition of purple drank
It's
since the early 90s, I guess.
Oh yeah. Well, it's cough mixture and Kool-Aid and probably vodka.
Yeah, or like Miller Lite.
What's that? Oh.
Miller Lite
Beer?
in a sort of big 40-ounce bottle.
It's a potent brew.
Yeah.
And we're selling it here tonight.
You just said bring your own cough mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I don't really know. I think like drink the Kool-Aid is this phrase that's been coined since Jonestown.
What is that? Sorry.
So to drink, like if you say, oh, you're just going to drink the Kool-Aid, like I think it is actually an American political, it has a meaning in political sense in terms of people who are willing to just like go along and vote for whoever or something along that lines, but also it just means that you're really gullible and you're willing to be like a sucker to something.
Yeah, I only know one person who drank Kool-Aid, and it's sort of like a badge of being a bit trashy, but he kind of put it on himself. It's like, yeah, I drink Kool-Aid, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just really cheap, and it's and it's kind of nasty as well, but honestly, in a grey way. I don't know.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, thank you very much.
No, thank you.
And yeah, please do have a look at the oh, sorry, you had a question.
Oh, I just wanted to share a little anecdote, which was in the 80s, I drove up from Sydney to northern New South Wales to get to this party. We got there a bit late. When we got there, there'd been this punch that had been served, and it was a punch that was made with all sorts of things, including, in the end, it turned out